This is a terrible thing because this can lead to a situation where it puts the survivor in a way where they relive their issues. I have a whole lot of things that I've tweeted. This is one of those things where at face value it looks like it's doing a good thing, but it's doing it at the expense of the actual people that it's said to help. We'll be covering the Gabby Hanna.
Repzilla is at it again, it seems. I'm calling out all these ducks lately. Quack, quack, quack. And today we are looking at the guy with a plethora of teenage fans obsessed with cancel culture, the one and only Repzilla, who dodges, weaves, and manipulates without owning up to anything he ever does. Fun, right? Come on! We love just calling out this behavior here. I know I do. That's like one of the most fun things about watching this crap go down on YouTube, is just being able to spot all these idiots like, I'm
sorry, sir, I'm not stupid.
Like, hypocrisy is so easy to call out on people online because so many things they say and do is recorded, so you could just take an instance of them saying one thing and then another instance of them saying something completely opposite and be like, hey, dude, look. Like, it's one thing to change and grow, because obviously the things that I might have thought 10 years ago might be different now. But when it's in rapid succession, that's when you can be like, hey, sir, what's happening here? What's the deal? Like, just look at these creepy tweets and messages and that kind of thing. Aren't these great, right? I think we've all told someone to shut the fuck up in a comment section. I know I'm guilty of that. I'm pretty sure everybody is. But I'm not guilty of, like, stuff like this. But, well, let's move on, shall we? If you're interested in the past, check out Primic's video on his manipulative tactics. Like being friends with the Rewired Soul, defending him, then claiming he never knew him, then interviewing Leafy Greens, claiming he didn't know she had mental health issues that were bad enough to warrant a mental breakdown, because he talked to them about their BPD and about how they said they didn't believe in BPD, and a bunch of other stuff. It's a mess, to be honest with you. I don't want to untangle it, but Primic did a really good job at untangling that portion. So, yeah, catch him causing someone to have a mental breakdown for funsies, you know? A usual Friday night, am I right, folks? Quick point here. Look how he reacts after he's called out for these crappy tweets and the things that he had done. Just look at this reaction.
I'm gonna address something real quick. It's kind of very, very aggravating. So I got this tweet that was sent to me. Let's see if I can find it. A couple. It says, "So where's the booze, faggots?" And it's from my Twitter. And it says Mexicutioner. So somebody sent this to me. My original thoughts was, oh my god, somebody's made a fake tweet and they're tagging me in it. And I was like, surely everybody's gonna know that's fake. So that's my thought. And then I got another one, and they were all very racist and stuff like that, coming from my Twitter, and I kept getting them, and it was like the poppy stands. It was like there's a good side of poppy stands, and then there's a bad side of poppy stands, right? As in with it, pretty much all communities, unless it's the Rep Squad, because the whole Rep Squad's good. But I'm sitting here, I'm trying to work on a really serious video, and trying to bring awareness to topics that really mattered, you know, to help and save people and do things like that. And then here come these immature kids.
Like, if you're gonna be an asshole, be one. I've said this on this channel before, and I will say it again. Don't pretend to be, like, positivity turtles when you're actually a dickhead. Everyone's a bit of a dickhead. I know I am. I like, hate people like this. Like, push all the blame, and then, like, oh, what? These tweets are real? I did this? I used to think like this? Like,
fake tweets. So when I actually got to looking at it, I realized that these tweets were not fake. They were real. Like, whoa. Because I was trying to figure out how did somebody fake a tweet and then put it on my Twitter. And then I realized the date of it was back in 2012, 2013. That's back when I was a teenager.
We're going to talk like he was an adult 23-year-old man when he made these tweets. But okay. Like, it wouldn't have bothered me if he was this way. I don't think it would have bothered most people. Just own up to who you are. Don't try to be this, like, completely unproblematic person. I know that I myself am, problematic. I think most people are who are, like, honest about themselves. Nobody expects you to be literally, like, perfect. That's idiotic. Just own up to your mistakes. It's real easy. Just live your life and don't be, like, a huge fucking dick. Just be, like, a little bit. Just not, like, a huge one. When you do stuff that's so ridiculous that, I don't know. Yeah. You know how I am, guys, at this point, if you've been on my channel. I try to cultivate common sense. That's what we like. Some common sense here. So that's a quick recap of the past. Now to focus on our present day and how annoying it is that he's obsessed with Gabby Hanna. Now, I have a hot take on Gabby, actually. I don't really think she deserves a lot of the hate that she gets. Has she fucked up? Like, yes. 100%, yeah. I think she's actually really messed up in the past and has done some pretty bad... I think she's done some bad stuff, and I don't think she's the best person. But I don't believe that warrants the kind of hate and obsession the internet has cultivated around her. I think she's probably off her rocker and shouldn't be online, to be real. Personally, I think people should just stop obsessing over the woman. Like, she needs help. And putting people under the spotlight during mental health breakdowns has never helped anyone. Or were we all asleep during every celebrity in the early 2000s? Now, I don't think this means she needs to be off the internet in the sense of, like, cancel her, move her off the internet, like people are trying to do to Eugenia Cooney. But I think people should just ignore it. Like, stop making obsessive videos about this woman who's clearly going through it and, like, just lay off, let her breathe, have her time, let her post her weird stuff. But, like this, I don't know. To me, that just, it's weird vibes, and not in the sense of like, oh, look, super cringe. It's just like, oh, I think this person genuinely needs some help, and making a video to spread awareness about it isn't going to help her or help anyone else. Like, it's one thing if you're making commentary on, like, a situation that is harmful, so you're, like, spreading awareness so that people know, hey, this creator is a fucking cock! But, yeah, at this point, I just think she needs some therapy. I sense weird vibes with the obsessing over her mental breakdown, I guess. I don't like when people do that. But of course, our good friend, Repzilla, needs his paycheck from Daddy YouTube, am I right? Or am I right? Let's look at the situation where Repzilla called out Gabby for using an article with a dead girl in it. Wow, that's terrible. Who would do that? Yeah, literally, who would do that on purpose? Not Gabby. Because if you look at this article, it's obviously a mistake. This is a lie. You lied, dude. For money. And don't pretend it's not for money, you fucking slug. Like, Jesus Christ. Look at these videos. The dark psychology of Gabby Hanna, as if he's qualified to diagnose anyone at all. You don't care about helping this woman. You care about milking the cash cow for all it's worth, and you frame it as like, oh, I'm genuinely concerned about her mental health. Like, you're not trying to help her. You're just putting someone going through a really stressful mental time under a spotlight like everybody else that's making these videos. You're no better. You're just as bad. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, what's this? Repzilla was in Tipster's chat saying he stood by what he said to Tommy, and then proceeded to go on to Tommy C's show and say this.
But I don't need to do all this like bullshit saying like I only like am like this charity guy or I'm like this manipulative like super villain because
I didn't think I'm perfect. If I'll let you finish. I know that was an interruption, but I started the show. Yeah, I never had an issue with you. I know you had issues with Chris and what have you. And I wasn't even. I knew Primic did a video. I just never watched it. I watched the one on Chris. I just skipped the one with you. Alright. I assumed you had done what Chris had done, just pretty much owned up to everything. But that doesn't seem to be the case. And when I did the stream yesterday, and saw how you talked about the family that forgave Gabby Hanna, that's what infuriated me. Not that you made a mistake.
Right. So what I want to say about that is when we fucking make commentary videos and sometimes you don't even know what the fuck you did until somebody calls you out. And in that certain circumstance, I feel like my commentary is throwing a lot more softballs than other people. But in that situation, after you brought it up to me, because you're the first person that brought that up to me. I know you guys were doing this apologize to Gabby Hanna stuff, but I was like previously engaged with other things, so I didn't know what the full extent. I do now. But I didn't know what was going on. So when I seen you somebody sent me a link and I came in and you were just like, I didn't see criticism when I first came in. You were like, just calling me every fucking name in the book. And I was like, God damn, what the fuck did I do?
There's no doubt. I was critical up until I saw your behavior, what you said about that girl's fucking, that family. That's what got pissed me off. Not that you fucked up. I mean, and here's the thing. This is why I'm having trouble believing it. Is when you DM'd me, I wrote you back and I said these words. That you omitted critical information. Because if you come out and you say, look, there was an article about Bianca, I want to get her name right so I don't sound like an asshole, Matt. I can't, Daniels, I cannot remember her name for some reason.
Devins.
All right, there's an article about e-boys and e-girls. And Gabby Hanna is doing a video on that, right?
Right.
And then she tastefully used this one part, which is, by the way, only 2 paragraphs of the entire article, this Bianca Devins part. If you'd have done that video, I've got no argument. That's not what happened.
Right. No, I didn't see, like, I could have, it wasn't my intention to omit anything. Like, I didn't see it the way you saw it at first, but then I could see where, to me, when I'm talking, that's why I have this problem where people think I'm being a smartass when I'm not, and I gotta be completely clear to you. I reached out to you because I'm gonna be a pussy when I say this, but like, it hurt my feelings, I know, but fucking hear me out.
Well, you hang around with Edwin, so maybe that's believable.
Look.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie, I was drunk, I was drinking, and that's the first thing I saw.
Wait a minute, what time was it? Well, you drink in the afternoon?
Yeah,
because that was like 1 o'clock in the morning my time. It's 5 in the afternoon for you.
It was 5 o'clock at EST. I live next to like my local brewery. I live in downtown here, and yeah.
Where do you live? Where do you live? If you don't mind.
You can't play all sides, dude. And you can't say you didn't realize you were doing it because, like, this just happened. This just frickin' happened. You don't have to... You have to stand for what you believe in and, like, stay there. You're allowed to change your mind after receiving more information or having your opinion changed. But you can't just say, like, oh, bro, like, I stand by what I said, and then just flip it and be like, I was really drunk, you know, like, you're just trying to get everyone's approval. It's obvious that's your MO. For someone who claims mental health is so important and being a positive light and beam of happiness is so important, like, this is so hypocritical. You're not promoting positivity in any way. I'm not shocked at him, and, you know, I'm not shocked that him and Creepshow used to be close. People like this, at least in my experience, tend to hang out in clusters. And I don't know if they were like buddy-buddy, but I know they had a group chat and stuff, which it probably related more to work, but still, if they're communicating on a semi-regular basis, like, I get that. I could see it. My opinion, is he the worst person in the world? No, he's not. Will I watch him? Probably not. I don't like creators that have hidden agendas when it comes to commentary. Like, I want the story, and then I want the creator's opinion, not a twisted version of the story to sway my opinion. See the difference? Of course you do, because you're watching me. And if you're watching me, you're a big super genius galaxy brain person, right? Let's get some negativity slugs in the chat. Now moving on. I know I make a lot of commentary content, but I don't want to cultivate an audience here that thinks cancel culture and banning people from the internet is like a cool, fun thing to do. I really am not pro-censorship in any form. I actually don't even care if people say hurtful, horrible things on the internet. Like, you can. I actually would prefer you to, so I can call you out for your stupid behavior and stupid opinions. Like, I don't care if people say these things. I just want to be able to call them jackasses for doing so. Like, most of the time, getting people off the internet, I just think is stupid as fuck. I just do. Unless someone's getting beat or assaulted, like a real crime is committed, like, who cares? Move on. I mean, state your opinion, but don't obsess over it. Not my crowd, but they're allowed to exist. I'm also not a super positive beam of sunshine, if you haven't figured that out. I always say at the end of my videos, numbing the pain with constant killer content, and that's because I am. That should speak for itself. I'm greatly appreciative of the small audience that I do have. And the one thing I promise you guys is that I will not pretend I'm someone here to save the world. And I will call out the mistakes that I make on the way. I care about the content that I make because I followed it. I've watched it, just like you, for years. I've been on this platform since it came out on a couple different accounts back in the day, and I care a lot. I think people should know the kind of influencers they follow. I think it's harmful for people to think that their internet heroes are perfect because they're just regular people in their room or office or whatever making videos, and humans are capable of all kinds of things. Influencers, a lot of times they fake who they are for money because of insecurities. I don't know, they just do. Online entertainment itself involves a bit of like an over exaggerated personality, but that doesn't mean it needs to be a complete lie unless you're playing a character, and that's where the lines like get blurred. So rounding back, I don't believe Repzilla should be canceled or leave the internet. I just think he's a shady source of information because he clearly has a financial agenda to get ahead of stories by creating his own narrative and then backpedaling and changing it up when it's convenient for him. So, in short, trash. Anyway, that's it. Bye, bitches! Seriously, that's all I have, so...
Just let me fall to my groove. To kill it. And I'm losing my mind at the start. To kill it. Just let me fall to my groove.